Hello, I'm back again. It's me. The screen's black. There it is. Yeah, I'm finally out of the trenches, man. This is exciting. This is exciting. I also probably didn't fail any of the 3 exams. I might have done really badly on the last one, but it's fine. That's the curve. The curve. The curve will save me. But anyways. Yeah, this is fire. Spring break is this coming week, which means that I finally get to work on the projects again. So we're getting another high quality video coming down the pipeline pretty soon. It's already like sort of in progress, but hopefully I'll finish it over the break. That is the goal. I've also got the next idea in the bag. So you be watching out for that one. I don't really know how I'm gonna drop that one. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do like if I'm gonna change up the schedule that week so that it's like the drop, or if I'm just gonna like drop it one of the days. That's just like the video for the day. I don't really like that idea because the videos that aren't just me playing a little video game and talking take like a fraction of that time to create. Let me tell you, this in total, if I make like a 10-minute, 20-minute one of these videos, it maybe takes me like 45 minutes to put together, like counting, making the thumbnail, editing the thing, all that. Maybe like 45 minutes. I haven't even begun editing the next project video yet. It's just been me like making the thing, right? And I'm maybe halfway done with it. And I've probably got like 20 hours of footage. And that's the hours of footage. The actual doing it is probably closer to like 35. It is not a comparable task, let me tell you. But it's quite a bit more fun, honestly. Because when I'm sitting here talking, I got stuff to talk about. I got lots of thoughts, lots of opinions. Even though sometimes I'm going to be real, it kind of feels like I'm saying the same thing over and over again. Because sometimes that's just like what's on the mind, right? But I try not to do that. But I would also rather just like do a thing and make a thing. Or maybe like, even if it's not super high quality content, if it's just like an activity, that's fun. I like making activities. Or, yeah, you know what I mean. It's something different. Something to like spruce up the day. Because like, the rest of the week, I got one more thing I got to do. Actually, no, that's a lie. 2 more things I got to do. 1 meeting to go to. 1 homework to do. And then I can kind of just do whatever I want. And we'll be balling. And let me tell you, that's going to be finishing that video. That's the goal. I'm not saying it's going to be out next week, but hopefully I'm done filming by the end of next week. When it comes out is yet to be seen. But yeah, kind of hanging out, kind of hanging in there. Okay, I'm going to do that thing again where I talk about a different game while I'm playing this game. Even though I don't know if any of you care about me talking about video games, I'm not going to lie. But I got on Overwatch yesterday for a brief couple of games, right? They dropped the Mei Mythic skin. So I had to get the Mei Mythic skin. I wasn't gonna... Okay, I need a gun, though. I wasn't going to get to the premium battle pass, right? Because... Why? Oh, fucking hell. I'm gonna instantly die, aren't I? Oh, there's a chest. I need the chest. We're just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Anyways, I got on the game. I'm playing the game. They have this mythic skin. I'm like, okay, fine. I finally upgraded the premium battle pass. I didn't have to pay for it because I've gone so long without buying the premium battle pass because I'm like, I'm not buying the Overwatch battle pass. That's not happening because their battle passes are not good, man. They're not great, right? And like, I'm not giving them $15 for that. I bought the game when the game was like you had to buy it. I'm not giving you $15 for the battle pass. And I'm certainly not spending $1 bajillion on a mythic skin, right? But I had enough to just like upgrade the pass myself from just like playing the game, so I did. And now I have the Mei Mythic skin. I don't have any of the upgrades or anything for it, but I got the skin. And really, that's all you need. That's all that matters, if I'm being honest. But I only got to use it for like 3 minutes because it just wasn't working in competitive, and I needed to play a different character known as Hanzo. The no skill bow man. But yeah. Also, if you're wondering, like, oh, why did you record it? We could have been watching that fun gameplay. It was not fun gameplay. And also, I was like kind of dying yesterday, low key. I think I was just like really stressed and also have been stressed for the past like week and a half. So the like eating real meals thing has not been real, really. So I had this. Okay, so some lore to the situation, right? Monday. This hasn't really been a problem until Monday. Monday had one exam. After that exam, some of the stress goes away, right? Because there's like 3 of them. So I wouldn't say a third of the stress goes away, but like a decent chunk of it goes away, right? So it goes away. And I'm like, man, I'm really hungry. So I go cook up some corn dogs, you know, as you do, because I've got like one meal in the freezer at all times, and it's corn dogs. So I go cook up some corn dogs, and then I eat them, and I'm like, you know, I'm still hungry. I'm real hungry. What if I ordered a Domino's pizza? That sounds really good. So yeah, after making corn dogs, after eating 2.5-ish corn dogs, I then ordered a Domino's pizza. So by the time the Domino's pizza gets there, I'm really not that hungry anymore because, like, I mean, I don't know, man. I had corn dogs and the pizza just sounded good. So I had 2 slices of the pizza and then put the other 3/4 of this Domino's pizza into the fridge to have another day. Well, that day was yesterday. It just randomly at like 4 o'clock, I had 2 slices of pizza. And then I had the other 4 slices of pizza for dinner. So I had a lot of Domino's pizza, and my stomach was not happy with me, let me tell you. I thought I was legit, like, coming down with, like, a cold or the flu again or something, because I felt terrible. And then, I felt so bad. Of course, I still played some Overwatch before I went to bed, because, like, obviously I gotta do that. But I felt so bad that when I went to bed, I was like, shit, I still got an exam in the morning. I better not wake up actually sick. That's gonna be terrible. Thankfully, I did not. That did not happen. But, yeah, I think it was just my body not liking the pizza choice very much. But, you know, sometimes you just gotta have pizza because it sounds good. And unfortunately, that was a terrible idea on my part, but it worked out in the end. But now I have no pizza, and I'm like trying to figure out what I'm gonna have for dinner. I think a DoorDash burger could go kind of hard. The Purple Scar, but I got the legendary heavy assault rifle, man. This guy was kind of like looted up. Like, this is kind of crazy. Bro got insanely lucky. And another dude, what are these chests? This is crazy. I need some meds though. Need some meds for the lads, and also I don't know. Actually, there's really no also. A better shotgun, I guess, but really I just need some meds. Because now I'm hurting. Majorly hurting. Give me the stink bomb. I'd rather have that, actually. I forgot about how many fire items are in this loot pool, man. Also, I'm really hoping the heavy assault rifle is better than the Scar. I think it is, but I don't really remember, if I'm being completely honest. So we're just kind of going with it. And we're going to see what happens. No way there's a guy over here, man. I'm just trying to med up, and then there's a guy. One thing that I do like about the OG modes, which I guess is... Oh, no, do not give me that. One thing that I like about the OG modes that I don't think a lot of people really consider when they're like, oh, I don't want to play the OG modes because they're so bad, because the map was so bad. I think that just the fact that they added on the new movement to them, like they didn't try to revert it back to the old movement, makes it just so much more bearable, man. Because it was actually like, if you like... I don't know if there's a way to play with the old movement. I am not really familiar with this game that much to know if there's like a custom game mode that lets you do it. But if you like see videos of old clips doing it, because speaking as somebody who played the game back then, it was not as good as this, man. It was terrible. If there was zero build, if you were doing zero build on this map and you had the old movement, you would have just had like the worst experience known to man. You would have not been allowed to do actually like anything at all. And you would have just been gunned down or been got by like the first random guy who had a high ground advantage over you. Like, it was terrible. It was definitely... Because at this point in the game, it was still built for you there to be like proper build battles and stuff. Like, I remember playing the game. I'm a real unk here with this one. I remember playing the game before there were people going like crazy, making big like cranking 90 tower things where you just shoot at them once and suddenly it's like the goddamn Eiffel Tower appears in front of you, right? I remember playing before that. I remember playing when there were you would shoot at somebody and they would put up the wall and then the ramp, and that was kind of it. And then that was like meta because nobody had theory crafted beyond that. But then they had to go and ruin all the fun. So now you have to be able to actually go crazy with the sticks to play build, and that is not me, unfortunately. There is no world where I will be able to do that ever. Unless suddenly Fortnite becomes my job, which even then I don't know if I would want to grind that out because that sounds miserable, being able to just do that off rip. Although it would be kind of a funny thing. It would be funny for a little bit, and then I feel like it would kind of also ruin the fun of the game because now you couldn't even like play build with people who didn't know how to do that because you would just be that guy who's like cracked out. And if you were playing, wow, I should have gotten killed there. If you were playing like squads, it would be kind of fun. But if you were not playing, if you were just like, I don't know when you would be 1v1ing people in this game, actually, now that I'm like really thinking about it with my mind. But if you were doing that, it would be miserable for, for the other person. But I mean, I guess if you're just playing the game like a normal person plays the game, it's probably fine. You're probably chilling. In fact, you're probably like the GOAT in that scenario. I wonder if there's any real people in the lobby or if I'm just going to keep finding people who kind of are not great at the video game. I'm kind of okay with that. But this is another thing with the zero build is all these like zip lines. That was a good decision. That was a good decision to have those. Because otherwise, you just couldn't get anywhere. Because like this goes back to the map not being designed for this, man. Like, I don't know. There's really no reason to get heated about it. I felt like I needed to get heated, and I was gonna keep complaining. But there's also really not much more to talk about with that. It just kind of is that way, and that's okay. Okay, so I've been thinking, I really, with no reason in particular, because I do not have, like, the funds to do this or, like, an item to do this on at the moment, but I was thinking about, like, how it would be kind of fire. So, you know, like, the cel-shaded, like, manga cartoony art style, right? Like, you know what that looks like. Well, I've seen... Hang on. Okay, I'm just kind of surprised I won that. I've seen some stuff recently where people will like paint real objects to like that, right? And this isn't some like new thing. This isn't some new thing, but people will do like cars, or I saw like a chair like that, and I think it would be kind of fire if to have a car that looked like that, right? It was like in that art style. The problem is, all the ones that I see online, even the ones where people are like, wow, this is insane, man. How did you do that? I feel like a lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them leave a bit to be desired. Because something about, I feel like this might be an unpopular opinion that kind of goes against the art style a little bit. But in my heart, when I think of a painted car, I'm thinking every color, especially if it's two-tone, because it's real easy to make a two-tone car look real stupid. It's got to be the secondary color has to be done with purpose, right? Otherwise, it's gonna look real stupid. And there's a lot of these like cel-shaded cars where I feel like it's not done purposefully, and it just kind of. They go crazy with like the brush, the paint pen, because they're thinking, oh, the style is scratchy. Let's just make it real scratchy. But then it ends up looking like they just scribbled on their car, and then people are like, oh, this is insane, man. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, I don't know if this is insane. It just looks like you scribbled on your car. And then the other problem with it is if you use one of these paint pens, like a Posca pen or something, or you use a paintbrush, which I guess is the other alternative that is like viable for this, it looks like you did that. Like there's streak marks, not super obvious ones because I mean the paint's a little runny, but like normally automotive car paint is like sprayed on there, right? Specifically so there's no texture. It's like perfectly smooth. But if you... Hang on, let me try to get this guy. Okay, the balloon's gone. Okay, I'm not winning that at that range. It's just not happening. But, yeah, if you paint it on with a marker or a brush, you're gonna be able to see it, man. It's gonna look bad, and then it looks cool when you're like 10 feet away or so. But as soon as you get like any sort of close to it, it just looks so bad. Like it just starts looking like you can see all the streaks and all the brush marks, and there's now texture on your car, which would otherwise be perfectly flat. And I don't know. I don't really think it's the move, which kind of leads into my next part. I think the only way you could fix this is if you that's not what I meant to pick up. I meant to pick up the scar. But the only way I could think of that you could fix this is if you masked off everywhere that you would otherwise use a paint pen and then airbrush it on, which I think might be the worst thing ever, and I don't know how you would visualize that, because I feel in my heart, I keep saying I feel like, in my heart, it seems like something where you would want to be like iterative with it, and you would outline a little bit and then do some purposeful hatching or cross hatching, and then you would add more until it was just right. And it seemed like that, it feels like that would be really hard to do negatively with like masking. And also because you would have to mask purposefully, you couldn't just like cut it out of like a big masking shape, because then you would scratch the paint. I don't know how you would do this well, but it was just something I was thinking about. I don't know how you could do it better, is basically what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think that's a good place to stop. Yeah. Adios, gamers.